I pretty much just opened my eyes, threw my hair in a ponytail, and grabbed the camera. Today we're gonna do a day in my life, but totally in my routine because it's a Friday and I think it's a pretty normal day. So I'm gonna work out, we're gonna eat 3 meals together. I have to schedule a podcast episode to go out on Sunday and just get some other work done. Very chill. We've had stuff going on all week and we have stuff going on all weekend and all next weekend, all next weekend. Literally every night is busy except tonight. So I think we're gonna take it easy and maybe even have a treat. Maybe watch a show. I don't know. But one thing I do know is we're going to bed before 11. We've been getting in bed at like midnight this week because William's whole team is in town from all over the country, all over the world really. And so they're doing like work from office and then drinks, dinners, like whatever after work. So he's been getting home really late and neither of us has been getting very good sleep. So we're so back tonight. We're so back. Okay, let's get the day started. How does he do this every night? I did not explain this, but William had to go to Brooklyn to play padel already. One thing is that I need to figure out this bedscape. It's driving me insane. I think I need big pillows back here. Like tall ones, almost in this shape, but like a little softer maybe. I don't know, but this has been driving me insane. I don't like the way it looks. I think it looks cheap and it's not cheap. So I need to figure this out. Leave your advice in the comments. It's upper body day. Not my favorite, but we're trying to get those arms toned and gorgeous. So I guess we have to. One thing about our boyfriend is he will do the dishes. No matter what time he walks in the door, no matter how hard a day he has, he will do the dishes. And we love him for that and many other reasons. And one thing about both of us is that our phones sit here and charge on the counter because no phones in the bedroom. The last thing you need when you wake up is to get flooded with notifications. So far, I have found that the grayscale just makes me kind of uninterested in my phone. Like I'll use it for the necessary things. Like if I wake up to a text from my mom, I can reply right when I see it. But you don't get like sucked in to TikTok, which is great. And I'm pretty much doing my whole morning routine with no phone every day. It's like an on-ramp. It's like an easy way to get your day started. I love it. All right, let's get some caffeine in us. I moved you down to my countertop so that we can see each other. It was getting pretty dark there for a minute. This is my emotional support Alani Nu. The flavors are actually so good. Sometimes they're even a little bit too intense for like first thing in the morning, if that makes sense. But they taste amazing. And I drink this on days when I need 200 full milligrams of caffeine. If I don't need 200, I love a Gorgie. They have really good ingredients, super health, in addition to wellness and fitness and caffeination, which we love. But if I ever need more than 250, which I mostly will take this before like a workout event or like something kind of like more intense, it's the Amino Lean pre-workout because they collabed with Smart Sweets, which is like the best candy on the earth. And this one literally tastes like peach rings. And when you mix it with cold water, it's like a sweet treat for be fast. Love. Anyway, today's an Alani day because we're tired, but we don't need to run a marathon. Actually, speaking of running, if you follow me on Instagram, you know I recently ran a 5K and I just feel like I don't really have the running down pat yet. I'm gonna keep doing short distances. Like I'm not interested actually in running a marathon at all, but I am interested in doing a faster 5K. So I'm gonna keep doing it, but something I noticed is that when I drink caffeine, does it help me with energy? Yes. But I also kind of feel like I can't breathe. Like my heart is pounding and I'm, you know. So I think that's part of why I get slow. Like my body is fine throughout the 5K, but I have trouble breathing. And that's like when I need to stop and walk for a sec. I did have asthma as a kid, but I kind of feel like asthma is fake. It's like one of those things that you say to get out of gym class. And it's honestly kind of embarrassing. So I just like didn't adopt the asthma identity. I was like, yeah, I don't have that. Anyway, I don't know if you know anything about that. If it's caffeine related, tell me, because I would like to be able to breathe. Okay, it's 7:30. We should really go to the gym. It is like that part of autumn in New York where it's 40 degrees in the morning and then 65 degrees in the afternoon. So I'm in full puffer right now. But I'm feeling kind of amped this morning. I don't know why. It's not just the caffeine. Like the energy in New York is really good today. I'm gonna film that one for you guys ASAP because it was so hard, it burned so much, and it's so humbling to start getting a baseline once you start like a body recomposition or a bulk. The baseline weights I'm using are like 10, 15, 17, 20. Like it's so humbling, but we're gonna keep grinding. Let's hit the grocery store for the first time today. I might have to go twice. Everybody says not to grocery shop when you're hungry, but I'm always hungry. So, but I need some bananas for carbs. Maybe some ground chicken, perhaps. I don't know what I'm gonna eat today. I have to figure it out before I get there. Otherwise, I'll spend 2 hours at Whole Foods. I did place the item on this scale. Oh, I didn't confirm the weight. 9:30 a.m. We're running a little behind schedule today, besties. Protein, banana, for carbs and supplements. This is my protein shake today. I love Owen. They're delicious. They like taste so good, and most protein shakes do not. The ingredients are great. It is 7 grams of fat, 8 grams of carbs, and 20 grams of protein. If you missed it, I'm trying to eat 115 grams of protein, 225 grams of carbs, and 65 grams of fat per day. And the window is like 10 to 15 grams up from each of those. But these are really helping. Like, it's so hard to eat that much protein and that many carbs in food. And then we talked about this in our last video and also on Instagram and TikTok, I think. But bananas, this is like not all the way ripe yet, but I don't really have a choice. The bananas were not good in the store today. Oh my God, why can't I open it? Bananas have 27 grams of carbs. And that is great because again, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? Anyway, like I said, it's real hard to eat that many carbs. So bananas go down so easy, taste so fresh. I have no idea why I just full peeled that banana all the way. And that is crazy of me, but yeah, that could be a little more ripe. I am so sorry, I almost forgot to show you my supplement stack. Promix L-carnitine for a little shreddy poo. Armra colostrum for immunity and digestion. And then this is my current creatine that I'm loving. It's from Brickhouse Nutrition. It is specifically designed for women. I don't know how they sent it to me, but I've really been liking it. And then the last supplement, essential amino acids are essentially just more effective than most protein powders. When you are cutting or like burning fat, your body also breaks down muscle. And essential amino acids, these Keon, help preserve your muscle mass while that's happening. And so I take it right now for muscle synthesis and recovery. So like after my workouts, it helps you recover so that you can like crush again tomorrow without feeling like tired and depleted. But it will also really come in handy after this bulk / like body recomp when I am trying to really shred off some fat. That's my supplement stack for right now. Not to be so quirky, but I have no idea how to dry my hair with a round brush. And therefore, my hair looks like this when I get out of the shower. And I basically do a full hair routine that is just a way to make it look like I blew out my hair without blowing out my hair. This is Hask leave-in. It's argan oil, mostly. And then this is my Sunbum heat protectant that I love. Anyway, what I'm about to do would give my hairstylist friends heart attacks, but I'm gonna do it anyway, and my hair looks good at the end, so who cares? This is by far the worst part of doing your hair. Like, to me, it's worse than nails on a chalkboard. I hate brushing through tangles, and I try to be so gentle. Huge fan of wet brush for this reason. Love what we've done with the place. My skin is kind of bad right now. Now we rough dried the whole head of hair. First, I just do a rough pass with a flat iron. The hair is so much better after it falls out a little bit. I need to put something on my lips. I look dead. The camera is not a very good mirror, so I think I just like kind of missed my mouth. I did, in fact, just get hit on at the gym. I never know what's the right thing to do or say, so I just find a way to casually bring up my boyfriend. Your girl still got it. Let's go have some lunch. This is why I never wear my hair down. I'm so overstimulated. It's like blowing in the wrong direction. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's one thing if you're gonna blow softly away from my face in a flattering way, but it's never really how it goes, is it? One thing about me is I'm gonna wait too long to have lunch, and then I'm gonna be really hungry, and so I'm just gonna eat whatever's available in my kitchen every time. So this is the dill pickle chicken salad from that market that I love. It's chicken, red onion, dill, chopped pickles, and probably mayo. They say it's low fat, so I think it's like a light mayo. And then a literal container of dill pickles and some tortilla chips. And this will be lunch number 1. And then I'll have a real lunch in like probably 30 minutes. Like, then I'll cook. And then I'll have a real lunch that like hits my macros. But I'm just too hungry right now, and we're authentic. Okay, some life updates. I was not able to get hungry enough for a second lunch. This is becoming a problem, but I do think I'm gonna have another snack before William comes home, because he won't be home until pretty late, and then we'll have a late dinner together. Until then, I am gonna be working from the floor like I am right now. And here's the goal. I'm manifesting that I can accomplish this, so I have to say it out loud in order that it becomes real. I'm going to knock out these episodes, which is gonna be a little bit rough because it's 3 episodes that I'm sharing in 1 week. So this is gonna be a little bit of a grind, but the good news is when I have a guest on, the episode doesn't usually require that much editing because it's really such a free-flowing conversation. So hopefully it won't take long. I'm gonna knock out these 3 episodes. Then I'm gonna do some laundry, much needed. And then I'm going to look at my finances. It's a long story, but my CPA just took a bunch of money out of my account, and then my wealth manager took a bunch of money out of my account, 1 to pay taxes, 1 for my savings. So I'm very house poor right now. Like, my checking account that I actually use day to day is not looking good. So I'm just gonna look at all my financial placements and get a grip and an understanding of where every dollar is so that I feel more confident. I really have this philosophy that the only time something can control you is if you don't understand it. And I don't want to let this discomfort, because I don't have a lot of like spending money right now, I don't want this discomfort to swallow me and control me and like hang over my head if I can see every dollar I have and where it is, I think I'll be able to just like live my life more comfortably, knowing like, okay, maybe I don't have a lot of like cash right now, but here's everything I have. Also, let's be real, I'm sitting inside of my biggest investment and asset. Anyway, episodes, laundry, money, and then I'm gonna go for a little walk. And then William and I haven't decided what we're gonna do for food later. We're gonna stay home because we've had an insane week and next week's insane, like I said. So we just wanna have like night in doing nothing. I wonder if this happens to anybody else, but I work out so early in the morning that by the end of the day, I kind of feel like I haven't worked out, so I wanna work out again. So who knows, I might go again. But that feels crazy, so I'm gonna try not to. It feels crazy. I don't know, we'll see. Here's the thing about the podcast. I feel like I've been really chatty on these vlogs lately, so sorry if you're not into that. Here's the thing about the podcast. If you've been following along, you know about my 80-20 conversation where I'm kind of able to spend 20% of my life on the podcast and the other 80% I feel very lost and directionless, and I'm trying to make that 80% really like fuel the podcast. Anyway, if you want more on that, go watch my 9.5-minute video on Instagram. Part of my problem with only being able to spend 20% of my time on the podcast is I know I have the ability to make this podcast so much better than it is. Intro music, better ads, better social media content, more consistency in the social media content. Like, I know there's so much more value I could be providing outside of just, sorry, I feel like the lighting keeps changing in here because the lighting keeps changing outside. I just know there's so much more we could be doing. I know there's so much more I could be doing if I had more time and resources. The 80% doesn't give me more time, but it does give me more resources to continue making the podcast. But what I really need is for the 80% to create, like, if I can turn that 80% into something that fuels the podcast in more than just a money way, then that opens up, like, some of that 80% is time actually spent on the podcast. For example, like, if I can align the 80% better, then my, like, maybe my personal content is more aligned with the mission and like the vibe and the type of content from the podcast. And then that content can actually be used to share the podcast. Do you know what I mean? I'm being kind of rambly, but it's so frustrating to sit down for my 20% of the time. Like, I can't even enjoy the 20% because I get there and I'm like, I just know what this could be, and it's not, because I can't give it more right now. That said, if anyone wants to give me $1 million, then I will quit everything and just make this podcast really, really sick. Unfortunately, that $1 million will have to be in exchange for nothing. So, doubt I'm gonna get any takers. That's just my struggle right now. 20% on the podcast, 80% on directionless shit, and 100% having a hard time because I can't even enjoy the 20%. Being a perfectionist sucks. Feeling a little defeated, TBH. Because also the wellness content is a little bit flopping on my page because a lot of people are just like not following me for that. And the sad reality is that like people change and I change and other people change, and like you can't control how other people change, you can only control what you do. And I'm trying to put out content that is valuable and good and interesting, but I think I just haven't found my audience. It's real hard. We're gonna get through it. We're gonna get through it. Update, my episodes that I thought were gonna be real fast. It's literally 9 p.m. I haven't eaten since my chicken salad escapades at lunch. This is turning out to be a lot more work than I thought it was gonna be. I'm just feeling a little bit of a mess, and I was having such a good day. So forget the ground turkey, we're getting Chinese food. And when I'm having a rough go of it and William is on his way home from something, he will get a fun drink and a treat on his way home. Those are like, that's his job. A fun drink, something that's not water. So like a coconut water, an apple cider, something delish, something. And the treat will be dessert. But both William and the Chinese food are on their way. So we're just gonna keep grinding. And tomorrow's Saturday, which is crazy because we're going to high tea. at Maison Dior. Oh my God, these glasses keep falling off. They like help me with the strain of screen on my eyes. We're going to Maison Dior at Majorelle for high tea tomorrow afternoon. Then we're going to Connecticut to see William's grandpa. Then we're coming back to the city early Sunday morning. And then we're going to Hoboken Sunday night for one of my best friend's husband's birthday. We're going to a golf simulator that's gonna be so fun. Anyway, it's a busy damn weekend, which means tomorrow morning after my Saturday workout, your girl's gonna be finishing these episodes, cause who decides to put out 3 episodes at once of their weekly podcast? None other than your girl. I'll see you, we'll get back together when William and the Chinese food get here. And then we're gonna call it a night at that point. I can't keep looking at this computer screen, it's gonna kill me.
I won't let go.